Alright, it's Ron Goodoff from FightHype.com. I'm here with Jaron Boots, and it's really Boots though. It's not Boots. That's the first thing I want to just kind of talk about. I know that people call you Boots because they thought that's what your dad was saying in the gym.
Yeah, when I was little, like two, three. But ever since we just changed the Boots, so it's been Boots ever since.
How did you get the name Boots, opposed to Boots? Because everyone thought that.
Boots, B-O-O-P-S was my mom. My mom gave me that nickname.
Okay.
So when I was in the gym, when I was little, everybody thought my dad was saying Boots like the shoes, and we just changed it. We kept it like that. It stuck with me.
Why'd your mom give you a nickname like that? Is that like a family nickname? Or
it was just like a family nickname. Yeah, that's it.
Now, of course, I have to say that first and foremost that you are a top rising prospect coming out of Philadelphia. A lot of praise has been put out from your name, at this point. At this moment, do you feel that, your uprise through your professional career is starting to get more buzz and be more justified, seeing that everyone's starting to recognize you now?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like I'm getting more recognition now. Even though I fight on Showtime, even though I'm fighting on Showtime now, so people get to see my talent and skills and stuff now. So yeah, I think I'm getting more exposure, and the world finally starting to see who I am.
Now, it's going to be hard to find opponents for you in the near future, considering the fact that you already have a hard time now, and you're only going to get better, and you have a fight coming up on January 10th.
Yes.
On the Clarissa Shields. You're the co-main on that event.
Yes.
Can we talk a little bit about that and a little bit about your opponent?
All I know is, January 10th we went through a lot of opponents again.
How many do you know?
I think they said like 10 or 15. Once again, every time I fight, we go through 10 or 15 opponents. The guys don't want to fight, even the guys in the top 10 and top 15. So I'm just fighting what they putting in front of me right now. So I'm gonna just keep winning, and I definitely think my world title coming in 2020.
Now, going to this fight, your opponent has faced Brian Sabello. It's like a pretty good, it's a New York prospect, great amateur background. In this situation, he didn't get stopped in that fight.
Yeah.
Now going to this fight, you have a track record of just knocking people out. This would be a great win, especially if you get a knockout in this fashion. Is that your goal, is to knock him out, or are you just seeking for just a good performance?
On January 10th, y'all just gonna see me do my thing on the show, and we're gonna break it down, and knockout definitely gonna come. We ain't gonna look for it, but it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Now, I have to talk about your style, and I want to go in depth in some of your influences. The first thing a lot of people say is they compare you to like a Roy Jones because your athleticism and some of your highlights.
Yeah.
There's some fun showboating with the turn and the twist, and a lot of elusiveness. Is Roy Jones one of your upcoming idols or influences growing up as a kid?
Yeah, well, besides my brothers, Derek Ennis and Bakhtiyar Eyubov, Pernell Whitaker and Roy Jones is my two guys that I watch on the way coming up.
Now, was that someone those guys that stumbled across, or was that someone that your father and your brothers introduced?
Roy Jones is my brother, Derek Ennis' favorite fighter, so I used to watch him a lot. So I got all their styles in one. That's all. My dad, Derek Ennis, Bakhtiyar Eyubov, and then I watch Roy Jones and Pernell Whitaker.
Now,
and of course Floyd too.
Now, outside of their style, you still have your own unique style that right now and currently, I would say, is the combination of athleticism, high IQ, a lot of power, and Philly. Is that a right description of your style, seeing that Philly's a big part?
I feel like me and my family, we got our own styles.
Okay.
I feel like even though Philly has their own style, but I feel like like I said, my family has their own style. So like, I feel like we do our own thing. We got a little bit of everything.
And now, coming up through the amateurs, you were a highly, touted amateur, tremendous record. Went through the trials and the Olympics. How do you feel going from the amateurs now professional? Do you feel like your style was always meant for the professionals, and this is right where you belong?
Yeah, most definitely. My style always was meant for the pros. If you watch some of my amateur fights, I never threw a lot of punches. I just was sharp with my punches. I always gave somebody 8 count. I always hurt somebody. So I just was accurate and sharp. I ain't had to throw a lot of punches like how everybody else pity pat, throw a lot of punches in the amateur. And I feel like my style was built for the pros. So once I turned pro, it wasn't a hard transition. All I had to do was sit down on my punches a little bit more and be a little smart. That's all.
Now, when you sit down on the punches, I definitely see the aches and pain in your father's face.
Yeah.
And who was the one that was with the body suit?
That's my other coach, Lawrence Smalls.
Okay, is that a common thing where they ache and groan when you?
Yeah, they be cheating. They bought a new rifle body shield. It's like this thick. Then they be putting stuff under their body so it won't hurt, but they still feel it. So
now, you know, of course I've heard the rumors of you just having tough times, not just getting opponents, but tough time getting sparring partners.
Oh yeah.
And it's just simply because of what? It's just that they come in, they come out, they don't want to come back no more, and they tell their people like, don't go there.
Nah, I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on, but at this point, it don't even matter who I spar, because I'm gonna always be. It don't matter who I spar, because when I spar, I work on certain things that I'm gonna do in a fight. So I'm gonna always be ready for the fight. It don't matter who I spar. I can spar a little kid and still be ready for my fight.
Now while in the gym, you know, I was told by your strength and conditioner that he has 50% not even introduced in this gym from you. We haven't really seen it here, 50%. How much percent have we seen on TV then? That from?
Y'all barely seen 30%.
Less than 30%?
But like 30%, if that. Like, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Y'all gonna see something soon though. I'm gonna just keep getting better, keep getting sharper, smarter, stronger, faster. And I'm gonna be at the top real soon.
Now, you know, from someone your age, you seem very disciplined. You know, a lot of times fighters, they go out, they do other activities, sometimes may not stay focused. Is this like your every day, every week, every month, every year thing? Like you don't take any breaks?
Yeah, as you can see, my last fight when I fought October 5th, I was in the gym the 7th. I got right back in the gym, was working on just sharpening myself up, being sharper, smarter, tightening my defense, being slicker, that's all. I love it, this what I do, this all I know. So I can't take no days off. Like this my home too, it's like my second home.
Now, looking through the rankings, you know, from the WBO and the IBF, you know, you're already underneath, you know, fighters like people talk about Spence and Crawford. Seeing that you're already there at such a young age in those rankings, and you're seeing, what can we expect in maybe a year or two, you know?
I feel like after I handle business on January 10th, and I make another statement, I feel like that's gonna be it right there. That's gonna be my step closer to the title shot, and I believe in 2020 that I will get a world title shot.
You know, I hear a lot of things where probably maybe in a year or two that you probably could be a champion. Some people might say it's premature, the fact that, you know, how would we say Jaron Ennis would compare with Crawford and Spence, but I hear it very often. And where do you think that confidence comes from, this type of people? Is it just that they just see, they know talent, or they just know that?
I mean, everybody got their own opinion, so they can say what they want. I'm gonna just keep doing me, focusing on me, bettering myself, being smart, and focusing on winning, and that's it.
Now, you know, there was a lot of music played in here, and, you know, to get a little bit more involved in what you like. What type of artists do you listen to? What things get you motivated in the gym?
I just when I'm in the gym, I put my phone on shuffle and play Dirk, Lil Baby, The Baby, everybody. All the hot rappers is out right now, so you play everybody.
And then, you know, while you're listening to the music, I know that coming out to those fights, you have a good song, but you have a great outfit too. You tend to come out with a very flashy, flamboyant, even with like a custom mouth guard and stuff.
Yeah.
Where does that influence come from? Where you?
I don't know. It's just me. That's me having fun, having fun with boxing, having fun with life. Me just expressing it in my clothes that I wear in the ring, and expressing it in the ring. Like I don't talk trash outside of the ring. Everybody know I don't talk trash. I don't say too much, but in the ring, they say I'm a whole different person. So I guess they say I'm cocky in the ring, but not outside the ring.
Yeah, you know, I've never heard you call out anyone when anytime people compare you or want to see you fight other prospects and bring up their names. You seem very, you know, chill about it.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about nobody. I ain't worried about nobody at all. I just focus on myself because I know what I can do. I know things that I can do, what I'm capable of. So the world gonna see. I'm gonna just keep doing my thing. We gonna keep winning. Now,
I've seen this Showtime. They did a little piece on you. It was like 10 minutes, and you went to these little spots in Philly. And I have to ask, you know, for people who've never been to Philly, where do we go to get some food? Where do we get some good grub?
Some food? Rod. Where they? You get some food. That's my brother.
Yep.
What's up? Be the real quiet storm. Fuck, man. You say on the tip. We eat ribs.
Yeah, we eat ribs. We eat ribs.
I mean, we gonna eat ribs. What you wanna know?
You say a good place to eat.
Like, you know, if someone came in here in Philly, never been to Philly, like
cheesesteaks.
anything.
Good place to eat.
It's a lot of spots in Philly. You go downtown, South Street, anywhere you can find food anywhere for real.
Yeah, somewhere in Philly.
Like
Good place to eat.
Max's.
Nah, we ain't gonna shout Max's out.
Why not?
I don't know. I heard they was selling horse meat.
Oh. Okay, what about the Poppy stores? I know that's
Oh yeah, the Poppy stores.
We got some Poppy stores and some good hoagie, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Ogons Avenue, like 66 and Ogons.
For people that don't know what a Poppy store is, like, can you break that down? Like,
That was Poppy store. You can go in there, you can get whatever you want. You can from a car charger to some butter, some eggs, a sandwich, Doritos.
It's like a little mini
hot comb, a do-rag, you mean?
It's like a little mini, like Walmart or something, the store.
You know, and overall, growing up in Philly, you know, when did you know that you wanted to be a boxer? Was that just like a family secret that they just knew that, hey man, we're gonna breed fighters, or?
Yeah, I mean, when I was coming up, I was always boxing. I used to play basketball. I used to play AAU basketball.
Okay.
So I used to go from practice and go straight to the gym and spar. So I used to do stuff like that. But when I got tired of basketball, it wasn't fun for me no more. I was like, man, I might just stick with straight boxing, and that's it. Ever since, I've been doing my thing, so that's it. And we here.
Now I know you're competitive. You play some 2K on the side though.
Yeah, we play 2K, we play Mad. Before the fight, I posted on my Instagram before my last fight. I played my little cousin to beat my little cousin, Tony Wondham, before the fight, like an hour before the fight. And we do it all. We play basketball, real life basketball, 2K, man, real life football, bowling. We do everything. We just like to have fun over here.
Now I know one of your friends from the amateurs, Shakur, comes here a lot.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of 2K. Do you guys play a little 2K? You know,
I ain't gonna play him yet, but I'm gonna play him soon.
He's real competitive, you know.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna play him. I'll probably hit him up this week, so I'll play him this week, and I'm gonna put it on Instagram. I'll show you.
You know, obviously you guys come in different paths, and you know everyone comes in different journeys, and everyone speaks very highly of you. People speak very highly of Shakur. What's that like to have, you know, friends and people from the amateurs that now you see do well, and he sees you do well, and you guys are kind of the new faces of boxing?
Man, I'm happy for all of them, man. Everybody that got a world title right now, that came up with me with the amateurs, I'm happy for all of them. We all worked hard together in the amateurs. Now we all working hard in the pros. Everybody, they getting what they deserve, and I feel like my time coming right to theirs.
So, you know, outside of the gym, like, what do? You know, do you just go home, chill out, relax a little bit?
Or in camp, out of camp.
Well, I mean, is there a difference? Are you ever really out of camp?
I mean, in camp, I just go home, chill, eat, then run, go wash up, go back to sleep. Out of camp, I go home, probably eat, go play ball, run, and that's about it. So I play a lot of basketball when I'm out of camp.
Now, with that all being said, you know, in combination of all the great things that you're telling me, I have to pick your brains on some upcoming fights and just get your, you know, analytical breakdowns if you don't mind. Obviously, I wanted to get your afterthoughts on the Tony Harrison and the Charlo rematch. What do you think about that fight?
That was a good fight, man. That was a great fight. I feel like Tony Harrison, it was like kind of smart of him to start walking Charlo down, because Charlo was swinging wide. He was just standing there catching a lot of shots and catching Charlo in between. He just got lazy and got caught with a shot. It was a great fight overall.
How hard is it, like, to stay focused? I've heard of things like people going autopilot, like you kind of got it going on, and then like you tune out, that little second can catch you. Like, how can you talk about that?
You can't get lazy at all when you fighting somebody that can punch, or somebody that's always like hungry for the knockout. So you just gotta stay on point at all times. Keep it sharp.
Have you ever felt that moment where like the momentum's so much in your favor that you kind of had to check yourself in the ring a little bit? Like, you know what, I gotta, like, or you just always?
No, I just go. I'm kind of different from everybody else, cause I'm not in the ring as them.
Yep.
So I know I control myself. So I know how I feel, but I know I ain't never Never.
Now, another fight that you have to be focused at all times is the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury rematch. Do you have a prediction in that fight for Tyson Fury and then the Wilder fight?
That's another great fight. I think Deontay Wilder gonna get him again. I think Deontay Wilder gonna win again.
And can you elaborate why? Because a lot of people felt Tyson Fury outboxed them, outperformed them. You don't think that potentially that he can do the same, or it's
it only take one shot. And as you can see what Deontay Wilder did to Ortiz, you can box all day long. It only take one shot. So I think if Wilder land that one big shot, I think that's gonna be it.
If you were Tyson Fury, what would you have to do to win that fight? You can give him advice going into that fight.
Just box, be smart, hands up, stay sharp, and don't let Deontay Wilder get that one big punch. Just keep him frustrated.
How do you keep a puncher off you? You know,
that jab up and down, up and down, different spots. You don't just jab at the head, jab everywhere, and then different angles, turning and moving.
Now, you're a switch hitter. There's not a lot of fighters that can fight both sides. How much does that help you in fights like that where you have to adjust so much that you get different looks? And when do you turn on what side? Like, when do you know when you have to be in that?
Sometimes I don't even know when I be switching. I just be in motion. Like that's how natural it is for me. When I be fighting and stuff, I more and more, and I just switch, and next thing you know I'm southpaw. But I don't be knowing. I be like, oh, because it's so natural. I've been doing it all my life. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. So it's like natural for me. So.
You know, it's a rarity for people to see a switch hitter. Have you ever sparred a switch hitter yourself? You know, or
yeah, there's a couple people in my gym that switch.
Oh wow.
That I be sparring here and there. They switch right-handed in southpaw. They do the same as me. A lot of up-and-coming fighters that train at my gym. So,
you know, I'm just trying to imagine, because you get guys like Crawford who always has different looks and switches up. Like yourself, you switch, give tons of different looks. But when you have a face a guy where you're constantly switching, they're switching. Like, how do you stay one step ahead of them when you guys are constantly switching?
You just gotta have, when somebody do what you can do, you gotta have tricks. And that's one thing I got tricks. So if I ever get in some trouble, I'm gonna have tricks to get out of it.
Now I know you're not gonna tell us all the tricks. No. You know we got. Now going down the line of some other fights, potential fights, not overlooking, you know, J-Rock. You know, Philly fight has a tough fight coming up. But if J-Rock was able to get past his opponent, and you know Charlo and J-Rock had a unification fight, you know, who do you think will win that fight?
I'm gonna definitely go with J-Rock. J-Rock is a sharp fighter, and I feel like J-Rock will outwork him.
And you sparred J-Rock before, right?
Yeah.
What's that like, you know, being in a guy who's tremendously a little bit bigger? I know you're not a naturally small 147, you're a big guy yourself.
Yeah.
But at the time when you sparred him, when was it, and what was that?
I helped him get ready for a lot of fights in his past, like before Gallimore.
Okay.
Charlo, waiting for Charlo, plenty of fights. I haven't sparred him in a minute, but it's great work. It's smart work. You gotta outthink each other.
Now, there was a comment, and I'm not sure, I believe it was Sean Porter said, I could be wrong, but I think it was saying that when you climb up the ranks of 147 that he doesn't want to be there, kind of bigging you up in the sense of like, once you get there, you're going to be a problem. Is there any specific welterweight champion that you have an eye on, from like the Manny Pacquiao, the Errol Spence, the Crawfords?
I want to fight them all. At the end of the day, I want to fight them all. I want to be world champion, but I think I'm number 13 in WBO right now, and number 15 in IBF. So either one of them belts, whatever belt present itself first, that's what we're going to take.
You think it's wise for Errol to come back with a tough fight? You know, I know that fighters don't want to take tune-ups, fighters don't duck nobody, but seeing a situation, like, would you recommend maybe Errol to take a...
Most definitely. He probably feel like he don't want to go backwards and fight somebody that's low, but I think he should, just to see how his body feels, because you never know. You don't want to get back in there with a top 10 guy and he hurt you. So just to be safe, just to see how his body feels.
Now, you know, just lastly, just a couple of things overall with your career coming up in 2020. After this co-main event, no more co-main events. We should make you the main event. All coming. You had that You know, it's an unfortunate thing with Clarissa, but you became the main event at Flint. You headlined your own cards before. This is going to have a lot of eyes because of the bad blood with Clarissa Shields. But are you looking to steal the show? And then from that point, just no more 2020?
Most definitely, I'm looking to steal the show. Me and Clarissa talked about it last time for the last fight, but even though she didn't get the fight, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna outdo you. She was like, no, I'm gonna outdo you. But we're definitely looking to steal the show. And most definitely, 2020, I feel like we're gonna be headlining a lot of stuff, and we're gonna get our opportunity.
And then overall, from your fans, you know, where can we like tune in to find all your upcoming updates on social media, handlers on Twitter, Instagram, things like that?
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything at Jaron Ennis. So that's it.
And then we definitely can check you out like on Showtime, out underneath the co-main event, Clarissa Shields and Habazin. And then from that point, we can look into all future main events.
Most definitely, we try and get what we can get right now, man. We try to get better opponents and stuff. It's hard, but we trying.
Absolutely.
We trying. It's coming though. Be patient, y'all. My time coming.
Well, look, we appreciate the time. Definitely want to check you out some more. We'll check you out in that fight, and then hopefully you can get one of those cool knockouts with a nice little high.
Stay tuned on January 10th. It's gonna be a beautiful one.
Awesome. Thanks, champ.
Definitely.